In the heart of a small village nestled amidst rolling hills and lush greenery lived a young woman named Amelia. Amelia was known throughout the village for her kindness and compassion, especially towards animals. She had a particular fondness for dogs, often feeding and caring for stray canines that roamed the streets. One day, while walking through the forest near her home, Amelia came across a small abandoned puppy. Its eyes were barely open, and it was too weak to even cry out. Without hesitation, Amelia scooped up the puppy and cradled it close. As she carried it back to the village, she knew she couldn't just abandon it. So she took it home, promising herself she would find a way to care for it. Days turned into weeks, and the puppy, which Amelia named Buddy, became an integral part of her life. He was a terrier mix with a short, wiry coat and boundless energy. Buddy grew to be a strong and courageous dog, always by Amelia's side, ready to play or snuggle. Their bond was unbreakable. However, not everyone in the village shared Amelia's love for animals. The local landowner, a grumpy old man named Edgar, had a deep-seated hatred for dogs. He believed they were nothing but trouble and constantly complained about them to the villagers. One afternoon, Amelia and Buddy were taking their daily stroll through the forest when suddenly Buddy started barking furiously at the base of a tall, crumbling well. Despite Amelia's attempts to calm him down, Buddy wouldn't stop barking and growling, pawing at the ground near the well. Confused and a little annoyed by Buddy's behavior, Amelia decided to investigate. She peered over the edge of the well and gasped in horror. At the bottom of the well, barely clinging onto the edge and soaked to the bone, was a small white kitten. It was too scared to meow, and its tiny body was trembling uncontrollably. Without hesitation, Amelia dropped to her knees and reached out to the kitten. But before she could grab it, the ground beneath the kitten crumbled, causing it to slip further into the well. With a yelp, Amelia instinctively reached out to grab the kitten, but she lost her balance and tumbled headfirst into the well. The world spun around her as she fell. She landed on a pile of rocks at the bottom of the well, narrowly avoiding the sharp metal bars that were jutting out from the stonework. Gasping for breath, Amelia tried to make sense of what had just happened. She was trapped at the bottom of a deep, dark well with no way out. As she struggled to free herself from the rubble, Buddy, who had been barking frantically, jumped into the well. He landed gracefully on the rocks and, without hesitation, started licking Amelia's face. His warm tongue and wet nose brought a surge of relief as Amelia realized Buddy had saved her life. If he hadn't barked and alerted her, she might have fallen and hit her head on the metal bars. With renewed determination, Amelia focused on climbing out of the well. Buddy, sensing her distress, didn't leave her side, keeping up a steady stream of barks to keep her spirits high. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Amelia managed to scramble up the side of the well and collapse onto the soft grass, coughing and spluttering. Shaking off the last of her fright, Amelia turned to Buddy, who was still barking excitedly, and knelt down to pet him. She couldn't believe how lucky she was to have him by her side. Just then, Edgar, who had witnessed the entire event from a distance, approached them. His face, usually creased with anger, was now pale and etched with concern. He had never seen a dog display such courage and loyalty. As he reached out to stroke Buddy, a small smile appeared on his face. In that moment, Edgar realized the error of his ways. He apologized for his past behavior towards dogs and promised to treat them with the respect they deserved. From that day forward, Edgar became a staunch supporter of Amelia and Buddy, often joining them on their walks in the forest. The news of Buddy's bravery spread throughout the land, making him a local hero. And, as for Amelia, she learned that sometimes the smallest creatures can display the greatest acts of courage. Their bond only grew stronger, proving that loyalty knows no bounds.